Stephanie Milky here, aka KetoMOM, or often called mom, sis, Steffi, daughter, wife, aunt, and friend. Just like many of you, I carry a lot of titles. My favorite title is mom. I should probably say wife, which takes a lot of my time. But let's be honest, if you want to do something and do it well, you will make the time for it. Commitment is hard because we find ourselves overcommitted, but when you practice prioritizing, you will find out what is actually important and what you can let go. With the KetoMOM podcast, you will learn together how to manage our time, commit to the most important things in life, and I will equip you with the tools you need to feel qualified each step of the way. My name is Stephanie Milky, and welcome to the KetoMOM Secrets podcast. Hello, everybody. Happy Sunday. My name is Stephanie. Welcome to the KetoMOM page, and I have a question for you and a thought, and I wanted to see what you thought. So, as you're tuning in, where are you tuning in from? I'm tuning in from Florida. I'm actually home alone. The girls are serving at church. I feel like I should prop this up a little bit more. The girls are serving at church, and so I've got a little bit of time before I go back and get them. So, some couple of fun questions as you're tuning in. I'm going to prop this up. Who is done Christmas shopping? Do we have any fun? Are you done? Are you just getting started? Where are you at with your Christmas shopping? I probably could be done. I just like to shop, but we're not overdoing it this year. So where are you at with your Christmas shopping? Have you started? Just getting started? Or are you those like, listen, I'm done, feel amazing, they're wrapped? And how was your Sunday? I got one more question for you. Have you planned today to have a successful week? The question is, have you made time? Have you taken time today? Whether it was like plan your meals, look in your fridge, plan out your menu, go to the store. Like, are you prepared to have a successful week? Yes or no? So if you do not normally do that, here's my encouragement to you is on Sundays, I like to take a little bit of time, go through the fridge, figure out what our menu is, what does our week look like, just have a plan so that I can be more successful. I'm going to set myself up for success. I'm going to have my morning plans. I'm going to have our food plans so we're not running through the drive-through, ideas about when we're going to go to the gym so that I just have an idea, right? Like I'm focused. I know what I want. I know what we're going to do. I think it's important to at least take a little bit of time if you have goals to plan, right? Whether it's today or for you, it might be a different day based on your schedule. Now, I do have a question for you, and man, it's so beautiful outside. So my girls always talk about the golden hour, and so the sun is just going down. It's just so pretty. So I listened to a podcast the other day or maybe it was a YouTube video, and I'm pretty sure I listened to a lot of them. And so today I listened to probably 3 or 4 as I'm getting ready in the morning, getting ready for church, or if I'm cooking, the idea was around, and it's not mine, it's from Myron Golden. And he said, do you believe, I'm asking you this, and I want to give you something to think about. Do you believe that you can achieve the goals that you truly want with maintaining a balanced life? Let me ask you this. And what does a balanced life look like? We often hear people say, work-life balance. We need to have work-life balance, right? We need to have balance. Your kids need to be well-rounded. You need to be well-balanced. You hear about in my head, I hear both of those things. And if you would have asked me 10 years ago, I would have said, yeah, I believe that's true. We should be balanced in all areas of our life, and we should be well-rounded. If you were to ask me today, I would say I believe both of them are false. Now, I'm not going to dive into the well-rounded one. Maybe that's a different conversation for a different day. But what I am going to say is this. I listened to this podcast. It was a YouTube video, not a podcast. And he said, it's so interesting because when people have goals, so I want you to think about this right now. What is a goal that you have, whether it's to hit by the end of this year or next year? Just think real quick. What is a goal? Fat loss. All right, I hear you. You're on the KetoMOM page, fat loss. Or to get healthy. Oh, what is on my fingers? So if your goal is to lose weight, if your goal is to truly be committed, take it seriously, If you're like, I'm going to be X amount of weight, or here's what I'm going to achieve, I'm going to run a marathon, like whatever it is in your health life. If I were to say, in order for you to hit that goal, you're going to have to be obsessed. Like in some way, shape, or form. And obsession can look differently for everybody. But if I were to say, in order for you to hit that goal, and if you actually want to hit it, and if you've been going around the same mountain over and over again, and it's been year after year, you're actually going to have to get obsessed. How does that land with you? I'm actually asking. Do you like the word obsessed? Does it like trigger something? Does it frustrate you? And how do you feel about, like, do you feel like you have a well-balanced life? I know these are kind of like long questions. It's not like a yes or a no or a drop of one in the chat. But if you take some time, I would love to know. And here's what I listened to. And then I was like, all right, I get it. You know, we have been told, you know, or maybe you hear people say, you need a well-balanced life. And for the very first time, I think I had more of an understanding of what it means to actually hit a goal that you really want to achieve and how your life won't look balanced. And is it okay? And so he talked about how, like, if you really want to lose weight, right? If you really want to get healthy, your life won't be balanced. Like, you're going to be more obsessed with the things you say yes to, the things you say no to. You're not going to ignore other areas of your life, but you're going to be so obsessed that, like, you might skip a birthday party because you're like, right now in this crucial month where I'm getting, you know, like I'm detoxing, I actually can't be around sugar. Listen, my husband has gone up and down and battled. Like, if there's one thing that he would say is a challenge in his life, it would be sugar or food. It's like the one thing that he's constantly fighting. And he would say, you know, sometimes he'd be like, I don't want to go to the party because, you know, if I see the cupcake, he goes, I think it causes more stress in my body. And he goes, my cortisol levels go so crazy just from me looking at the cupcake, and the fact that I'm not going to eat it frustrates me. Like, that's a real thing in people's lives. I can't relate to that because food doesn't have a hold on me like that. But in some situations, if you get obsessed with a goal that you want to achieve, and obsession doesn't have to be a bad thing, but you might have to say no to some things that don't align with that goal, or yes to different things that align with that goal, which means you might not have a balance in your life for a season. You might say no to some certain things that you normally would have, and you say yes to your health. I'm going to tell you, if you say yes to your health now, you'll be happy you did when you get older. But it's interesting because he just said there's a balanced life that you can, he quote, like, you can earn. Like, as you get older and as you work on like different areas, you know, during different seasons, you get to the point where, like, you know, maybe you're obsessed with getting out of debt. So you say no to extracurricular activities. Or you say, you know, I'm obsessed with our marriage, so it's going to be all based on our marriage. We're going to say no to other things that come up. You get so obsessed until that area is where you want it to be. It's always going to continue to grow. And then as you work throughout your life, he goes, as you get older, you know, you kind of have this balance that you've learned because you've spent time on your finances for a season, and you spent time on your health for a season. You were obsessed with your marriage. You were obsessed with raising your teens. And then he said this, he goes, oftentimes people think either you're balanced or you're failing. He goes, I want you to think about it as you're balanced and you feel like things are moving in a forward progressive motion. That means all of these areas are healthy. Finances, physical, relationships, spiritual, like your tire is moving in a direction because all of the spokes, I like to talk about your life as like a tire. You've got different spokes and you're balanced if you've worked on those over the years, right? He goes, don't think about it as failing. Don't think about it as, oh, I'm dropping some things over here for me to be obsessed. He goes, I want you to use the word focus. Think about it like this. When you get binoculars, right? And you're looking through binoculars at something far away, what happens? You get laser focused on that thing you're looking at, and everything else kind of gets blurred, right? But when you step back and you take the binoculars down, you're looking at everything balanced, but you're looking at everything. And we can't often live a balanced life if we have something that's broken, or if we have a goal that we really want to achieve. You've got to get some type of obsession. You've got to get this laser coached, laser focused thought. I think we think, well, we can just, if I can just, like, you have a goal, you want to lose the weight. And if I can just kind of dilly-dally around and, I really want to hit the goal, but I really don't want to say no to these things, the likelihood of you hitting that goal is unlikely. So I just wanted to share that thought because he just gave me a different viewpoint of balance versus focus. Like, I look at, everything around me, and if I look at everything wide-eyed, there's nothing blurred. It's all balanced. It's all balanced. Like, there's nothing laser focused that I'm looking at. But as soon as I laser focus on a goal, I need to be obsessed and moving in that direction in order for me to hit it. And it doesn't mean that you have to sit there for the rest of your life, but I'm going to encourage some of you. Some of you have been going around this health mountain, this I need to lose weight mountain. Like, some of you have been going through this season where you like tiptoe and you dabble and you're like, I'm going to start Monday, or I'll start January 1st, or I'll start tomorrow, and tomorrow doesn't come. You make an excuse. And I'm just going to encourage you, if some of you actually want to get healthy, and if it's you might have to get obsessed with what's going to keep you focused. What's going to keep you focused? What are some things you have to say no to? Some things you can say yes to? What are some things you have to give up for a season? What are some things that you've got to go, I need to do this in order for me to stay here, right? It means eliminating some things, saying yes to other things. So I loved how he said that. Balanced or focused. And he said something about, I actually can't quote it because it was so intriguing, but I don't know how to make it make sense yet. So I'll have to re-listen to it and share it with you. What are your thoughts? Do you feel like, is there something that you feel like you need to get laser focused on in this next year? We could say obsessed, but I feel like that word obsessed is so used in such terrible terms. I don't think it's wrong to be obsessed with certain things. I don't think the word obsessed needs to have a negative viewpoint on it. I think it is a season of working really hard and focusing on something that you're really wanting to achieve. I'm going to use the word obsessed. What do you need to get obsessed about in order for you to reach that next goal? Only you can answer that, but I loved how he phrased it. And so what is it for you? I would love to know your thoughts. And then, do you have your week planned? So if you don't, take some time, write out your menu, run to the grocery store, make sure that you've got things ready to go, because if you plan today, you're going to set yourself up for success tomorrow, right? I promise you. Nobody ever complains when their week is laid out and they've got their meals in their fridge, like, oh, I can't believe I did this. I was in such a hurry, but now I have my meals ready because I planned. Most people go, oh, I lost track of my day and now I need to go to this sporting event and I didn't plan my meals. We have no food in the fridge and now I have to go to Burger King, right? Nobody ever says, oh, I can't believe I wasted 30 minutes of my life planning, but it's so great because I have a crock pot meal in my fridge. All right. I hope you guys have a great day. Happy Sunday. Thank you for tuning in. Couple things. I am doing a pretty big push on the reboot. So if you want a fast, like we're doing something called the reboot. We're starting it December 17th, and it's like a fast or a cleanse. We're going to do it together in a really big group, great accountability. Or if you don't want to start with a fast and the cleanse, we're going to start with it's a variety pack of ketones, wherever you want to get started. Brand new, not brand new. If you just need something, a tool to help you with your energy, to help you with your focus, to help you with your fat loss, to help you with your appetite. Like if you need a tool, I would love to share more with you about what I have, why I've been drinking it, why it's changed my life. So just post ketones in the comments and I'll share with you a couple different things. Otherwise, have a wonderful evening and I will talk to you all very soon. Bye.